Hello, and welcome to today's episode on Voice of Transformation. The Voice of Transformation is simply a 90 days project that will enable you to be able to improve the value of your business, of your career, your family, your finance, and your future. And so, let's get into it for today. And today, what exactly is our focus or subject of concern? If we must transform our lives, transform our business, transform our results, and change the way we have always lived into a better experience, then we must not make the mistake that a lot of people make. What is this one mistake that a lot of people is common to everybody? Now, we live in a world where attention is scarce and everybody wants to get attention. But the truth is this, that you don't have to judge the book by its cover. A lot of people make this mistake. Now, there are quite a number of content. Content is everywhere. Information is no longer scarce. But then, substantive information are also present among a lot of the information that we get. Now, if you judge a content by its title, you may not get the best out of that particular content. But if you are able to get the context of the content, it might change everything for you. Most of the time, catchy titles are only to get attention, but may lack substance. Most of the time, lack substance. You see, when a person is in pain, the pills may be very bitter, but they are exactly what he needs at that particular point in time. It means that what? That appearances can be deceptive, right? If you judge a book by its cover and never probe the content and its context, you may never get anything meaningful out of your life, and you may remain stuck where you are. That's the magical thing about judging a book by its cover, or simply valuing anything by its surface, right? The truth is this: whether you are in business, if you're in business, there are lots of business places. I've seen high income earning businesses that don't have a signpost. They do not have a signpost. Now, there are some businesses and some brands that don't advertise, yet they sell massively and they sell premium products. What's the secret behind this? What is that secret behind this? Sometimes you find out that online, the moment the title of a particular thing is not in sync with what you want, you pass it by. But it may contain the information, strategic information, ideas that you need for what exactly you're looking for. The first thing to think about is what? The source of that particular information. The source of that particular information. What's the source? What's the credibility of the source? What's the promise of that particular source? What's the integrity and the credibility of that particular source? Are we together? So the moment you can prove the credibility of a source, you can predict the content or the value of the content. So most of the time, it's not the length of the time, but the content of the time, as well as the context of the time. Right? The context of the time. For instance, investing beyond 5 minutes in a video that does not have a significant value to the way you used to think and what you do and how it affects your well-being and your welfare and the people that you serve and what you do with your life may be a waste of time. However, the topic may not be directly connected with what you presently do, but the ideas may spin wheels of speed for you in what you're doing. So in essence, what is this particular video meant to tell you? that the title doesn't seem attractive does not mean that the content might not be what you need. The best of things that we need in life don't come in the packages that we expect. So, curiosity is one way to find out the value of anything. Curiosity is one way to find out the value of anything. So, if you're going to get premium result or premium substance from anything, number one thing is what? To be curious. Number one thing is to be what? To be curious. The moment you are curious and you are willing to customize, then you will be able to command premium results. So first things first is what? Curiosity. Now, it may not look like what you need, but it may contain what exactly you're looking for or what you need at that particular time. So you find out that the most precious things don't appear in the manner that we want them to. Gold will first of all come in its crude form. When you see gold in its crude form, then you won't appreciate it. But after it's gone through a process, then you begin to appreciate it. It ceases to become a commodity. It becomes a cash crop because it has been processed. So never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person by just their appearance. If only you approach the place of learning without the mind of an expert, you would be able to learn beyond your imagination. So, if you're going to get anything from anything that you are doing, be curious and be willing to customize. Be curious and be willing to customize. Until you are curious about a particular investment, you don't research about them, right? And it is the credibility of your research and the integrity of the people behind that particular investment or subject of investment that will determine what the certainty or the guarantee of the return on your investment. So when you're making a decision, the curiosity and the ability to customize what they are offering to what your goals are will determine the kind of returns that you are going to get. These are uncommon things, unpopular things that are not in the mass availability of information, but these are the fundamental requirements that create the compelling results that you admire. So always be willing to be curious and always be ready to customize. Be willing to be curious and then be ready to customize. What have you learned from this episode? If this episode has added any value to you or there is a shift for you in your thinking, what one thing struck you the most? Let me know in the comment box. And if you have a question, please feel free to let us know the question. And if there's anything you would like us to talk about in subsequent episode, why don't you put it in the comment box? And if this has meant anything to you, like this particular video and share it with somebody. What is it that stood out for you? Let's know in the comment box. Thank you for investing time and God bless.